What's going on? This is Yancey, author and producer of the This Is Why series. Make sure you go now and subscribe to my website, www.newfacemanagement.org. This is why you go to college.
Face Entertainment.
New Face Family. New Face Family.
This is why you go to college.
New Face Entertainment.
New Face Entertainment.
This is why you go to college.
New Face Entertainment.
This is why you go to college.
This is why you go to college.
And this is why you go to college.
Alright. So, Miss Dana Evans Cooper.
Wow.
Oh, that married lady.
Oh my gosh.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Well, welcome to the documentary This Is Why, a historical reflection of college life outside the classroom. So take the time to introduce yourself, let them know who you are.
What's up? My name is Dana Cooper, now Evans. I'm from New Jersey originally, then the DC area, the DMV area, and I currently reside in Los Angeles, California. I went to Hampton. I graduated in 2008. Then I was a public relations major and business management minor.
Cool. All right. Well, just tell us a little bit about your journey. What made you decide to go to college and HBCU specifically?
So I wasn't going to go to college.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go. Well, in my brain, there was actually not going to college was never really on the table as far as my parents were concerned. But I thought I wasn't going because I was always ready to dive into entertainment. I've been in the entertainment industry since I was 14 years old.
Okay.
And I skipped a grade of high school so that I could just get out and like chase my dreams. And my mom was like, "Psych, you're going to school."
Right.
So yeah, I did not want to go to college. I wanted to jump straight into the entertainment industry. I wanted to pursue my career. I thought I was gonna, get signed with a label. We were taking label meetings at the time with my girl group, and my mom was like, "No, you're going to school. All this stops so you can pick it back up later." So, I chose Hampton. My sister was already there, and I used to visit her all the time, so I loved it. But also, I chose an HBCU. I grew up when I was younger going to predominantly black schools, and I went to predominantly white school, and that was like culture shock. And just in that experience, the lack of diversity just made me feel like I didn't have the freedom to do a lot of the things that I wanted to do.
Right.
You don't get to be class president. You don't get to be prom queen. You don't get to be all those things that like shape all of these kids, experience. It was like I was just so overlooked. My talent was so overlooked, and I just wanted to be someplace where the playing field was even. Everybody already looked like me. So if I make the team, it's because I made the team. You already got the race thing out of the way. If I get a bad grade, I got a bad grade. If I get a good grade, I got a good grade. So what you deserve is what you deserve, and what you don't is what you don't. So that's kind of why I chose Hampton.
Cool. All right. So once you get to Hampton, you come across a lot of different people. You were very active on campus. That's how we came across each other. Just talk about your experiences outside the classroom, things that kind of shaped you where you are today.
I could not stop dancing, and it was like the first time in my life that when I was just being myself, like I ended up being the center of attention a lot of times. Not that I craved attention, but like I was just being myself and being recognized for it. So if you caught me in the student center, I was dancing or playing the piano or singing. If there was a talent show, I wanted to be in it. Anything that had to do with music or entertainment, I gravitated towards. So that's probably how I ended up meeting you. And then, I can't remember not knowing you. I just gravitated toward that energy, and all of the people who I'm still connected with from Hampton that have all, moved on in the entertainment industry, for the most part, I'm still connected with, because we, our energy just fused and we were connected to each other.
Yeah.
It was beyond us.
And I remember, I sent you the little video. What do you from the You Got Served competition? You were in both.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the first one, where you kind of, I guess people didn't really know who you were at one point, But you came out. I'm not really a dance person, but what do you call it when you come out and you do the spins?
A fouette turns.
Yeah, I think you might have did like 7, like 7, 8 in a row, and then everybody was like, "What?" Like everyone started going crazy, and from that point forward, you were known as like the dancer girl that was on You Got Served in the middle of the stage and did that. You know, that was just it was crazy, and it's crazy that I had that footage. You know, and then moving forward to the next year and everything that was going on with that, it was like it's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what made me want to do that You Got Served thing, probably because the movie was just popular at the time.
It was like the coolest thing you could have ever freaking thought of, Yancy. It was incredible. Like, you know, that movie, for those of us who dance, that movie shaped so many things for us. It inspired us in so many ways, and then you gave us this opportunity to kind of like live that, you know, and people wanted to watch it. Like, it was crazy. People really showed up and people really wanted to watch it, and we had this like fire in us that, you know, we just wanted to get out there and do our best, whether we were on different teams. We were all friends, but no matter, you know, what crew you decided to be on, we just wanted to give it everything. And I remember, I'm about to call someone out. I remember that Oracle wouldn't let me get down because I was a girl. So I said, I'm going to make my own squad. And that's the first one. We did an all-girl squad.
Moving forward to the next year and everything that was going on with that, it was like, it's cool. I don't know what made me want to do that You Got Served thing, probably because the movie was just popular at the time.
It was like the coolest thing you could have ever freaking thought of, Yancy. It was incredible. Like, you know, that movie, for those of us who dance, that movie shaped so many things for us. It inspired us in so many ways, and then you gave us this opportunity to kind of like live that, you know, and people wanted to watch it. Like, it was crazy. People really showed up and people really wanted to watch it, and we had this like fire in us that, you know, we just wanted to get out there and do our best, whether we were on different teams. We were all friends, but no matter, you know, what crew you decided to be on, we just wanted to give it everything. And I remember, I'm about to call someone out. I remember that Oracle wouldn't let me get down because I was a girl. So I said, I'm going to make my own squad. And that's the first one. We did an all-girl squad. And that was a really fun one. Some really good moments.
And it's funny now, looking at the Oracle, like as the years started to turn, they started blending the guys with the girls with the Oracle. And they started to, but at the beginning it was all males. It was basically the male version of the Majestic.
They were not having it.
And then by the time the second one happened, you know, they had everybody, and that's what I just talked to you about earlier, where I was just talking to Booker, and I, you know, and I told you too when I sent it to you in the message, I was like, yo, that's growth, because just looking at it back then, it was like, wow, like y'all decided to separate yourselves because y'all felt like y'all had a different talent and just wanted to do things differently. And then just looking at you guys now and looking at all of you, I mean, you got, I'm going to see Fresh later. I'm going to see Booker in Vegas, see Booker all the time, you know, and talking to you now just like that. Like back then, it was just like, what? We were teenagers. Like we was all anywhere between 18 and basically 20, 21 at the time. It was like I was still in college when that happened. You know, I'm going to see Fresh later. I'm going to see Booker in Vegas, see Booker all the time, you know, and talking to you now just like that. Like back then, it was just like, what? We were teenagers. Like we was all anywhere between 18 and basically 20, 21 at the time. It was like I was still in college when that happened. You know?
And you follow, like, you know, you follow what you feel. I think at that age, I think that's like the very special thing about being that age is that you really follow what you feel. So, you know, I'm not feeling this group right now, so I'm gonna go be inspired somewhere else. And it wasn't a big deal. We, you know, Booker and I just went somewhere else to be inspired, and we used to drive all the way to Richmond to rehearse with this dance crew that I don't even remember how we met. I think I met them through Booker, and we would drive to Richmond like 3 times a week to go to these rehearsals with this dance squad with these people who I'm still friends with. A lot of them ended up in LA too. And you know, we brought some of them back for the second You Got Served. You know, we were like, come be part of this thing that we're doing.
Because the second one was more so off-campus people from other areas. Where the first one was more so Hampton. The second one was from everybody all over the place that was traveling to come down.
And it, you know, it was just really just a special time. I think we were all inspired by different things. The hair shows we used to do. I used to choreograph like so many hair shows in the area, and that was a fun thing because it was a different type of expression. Now we had a stage and we had a theme, but the hair had to work, and everybody's not a dancer, and it, so it's preparing you for those bigger stages and seeing bigger pictures, and that's why ultimately a lot of us were able to go on and like see bigger creative visions behind bigger artists, because we chose not to pigeonhole our vision.
Right.
We saw the bigger picture.
Yeah. So, what do you think something like that would do for like a college student, like being able to have that, I guess you quote unquote family, that other family where, you being from like a DMV area, originally from Jersey, just having that in the Hampton Roads area where you have that passion and other people have the same passion as you. What do you think that does for somebody who, is not sure about what they're doing?
I think college is a very important step in your life. I think that at 18 years old, you think you're grown, but in hindsight, you're so not. But the special thing is there's this fire in you, and it's this energy that you're putting out into the universe uncontrollably. It's just happening. It's just coming out of you, and that energy is fusing with all of these different people who are like you. And I think for the first time in your life, you meet people who are actually like-minded, because for the first time in your life you start to know who you really are. So this is where for the first time we're building friendships and relationships that are based off of better decision making, people who we really trust, people who are really like us, not just based off of circumstance. And these families, they grow. Most people I know that went to Hampton are still friends with the people that they were friends with there, and it's just something special about it. I think college is an important step to get all of that out the way, especially if you're going into the entertainment industry, because none of it, there is no family. There is no family. You're very lucky if you meet a handful of people who you can trust, and who knows how long you'll be able to trust those people, because so many things affect it. So it's a very special time where you get to know yourself, and I think it's important. I just think it's very important on the journey of who you are to have that moment where you can kind of mess up, but you still have a safety net. And it teaches you responsibility, but you still get to have some wild fun.
All right. So now, once you graduated from Hampton, let's talk about like your journey as far as the decision to come to California, because I was there during that era, and I made the decision to go back to New York.
Yeah.
And I was right there. I got I was 1 foot in Cali.
Yeah.
And 1 foot in New York. So from your perspective, what how did that happen, and what ended up happening once you left? Because you went for it.
Yeah, I went for it. I originally was planning on going to Atlanta. I had heard there was like a bit of a dance scene in Atlanta, and it was closer to home, so that was obviously the safe choice. I, at the time, had some friends who were dancing for Chris Brown, and I came out and I visited them, and they took me to Block Talent Agency, and I came to Block and I took all of this footage from these Hampton talent shows. And you got served, and I was like, I can dance. What can you do with me? And they said, if you move here, we will sign you, and we will start sending you on auditions the day you get here. And I was like, wow, you don't gotta say nothing else to me. So I had decided I was gonna move. Rob Rich was already signed to Clear Talent Agency in New York, which was another mission we had all went on, because I had been in the industry for a while, so I had been auditioning for a long time. So I kind of introduced a lot of them to that professional side of the dance world. So we had gone up on a trip to New York and auditioned for Clear Talent Agency, and Rob ended up getting signed. So he had been signed for a year at this point. And I was like, well, Rob, look, everybody in LA that I know is saying that Atlanta is an unnecessary stop. We're going to waste some years, and we're still going to end up in LA. You're already with Clear. Block LA wants me. You can just transfer to Clear LA. So I'm leaving June 18th. Is you riding or not?
Right.
And so he got in the car, and we packed up the car, and we drove. We drove from right out of my driveway to here. We slept on somebody's floor for like 3 weeks until we found a place. And then we started calling everybody. We were like, it's popping. There's so much opportunity here. You have to come.
Yep, I remember those phone calls.
Yeah, we were calling everybody. Fresh will tell you, we were like, Fresh just come. Fresh came like maybe 3 months or 3 or 4 months after us. We're like, just come. We'll help you. We all shared my car. We stuck it out. Like, we really paid our dues out here.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
But it was fun. It was like the most fun time. You know, I don't regret any of it. You know, we just decided to go and we went, and it was a good decision.
And then that was back in 2008, right?
2008, yes. So right after I graduated, like a month after I was out.
All right, so 2008. And so then now we fast forward to 2000. I guess a little bit before 2018. Now, like, what are you currently doing now, and you know, what would you like to say, you know, you're into?
Well, I have done everything that I aspired to do in the dance industry. So I hung up my dancing shoes about 3 or 4 years ago. Got called back to do the Super Bowl with Lady Gaga. That's the only thing dance-wise I've done since then. I've shifted back into music because originally I was in the music industry. So I was in a girl group since I was very young. I've always been recording and writing. I shifted back into the music industry, and I'm currently writing with Queen Latifah, Mary J. Blige. I just did a record with Brandy the other day. She jumped on one of my records. So yeah, I'm pursuing music full time. Yeah, so that's like my real passion. I'll always dance, but I think I'm finished dancing for other people.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Very proud of you, by the way. I always tell you that, but
thank you.
Yeah, you always watch from afar with a lot of you guys, but you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say that so you know that. Face to face, I haven't seen you so long.
No.
Very proud of you, man.
Thank
Great
you.
Great
It means
job.
so much to me. It means so much.
Yeah. Just wanted to rewind real quick since we're talking about college students and certain things are just important to people. The 12 to 2 in the Student Center.
Oh my God.
If you could just, you know, talk about, you know, the 12 to 2 and what it meant for you at the time, and then, you know, reflecting back, it's like you just did. Reflecting back, what does it mean to you?
Yeah, 12 to 2 was popping all the time. It was like one of the greatest ideas there could have been. It was just this like break in the day where you could kind of escape whatever you were stressed about with school. It was like this time to escape and let loose just in the middle of the day. You could walk through, but it was also a trap. If you walked through and you had to be at class,
you're not going to
make it. You're not going to make it to class. But it was so fun, you know. Where else can you go then in the middle of the day at noon? We're turning up and just dancing for no reason, you know. It was an unscheduled, I guess a scheduled party, but a party without it being a party. It was a good mental break.
In my brain, it was scheduled, but
it was very scheduled for you. You
it was very strategic. Very strategic.
It was very strategic, but you know, for us, it was kind of like, all right, I'm walking to class. I could go through the student center, or I could go around.
You go around. You're gonna make it to class, maybe.
Maybe.
But if you look in that window and see it's packed,
it's a wrap, you know. So if you are going to Hampton and there still is 12 to 2, plan your classes around 12 to 2. Do not have classes from 12 to 2. Don't do it.
All right. So, you know, just finishing everything up, we just wanted to talk about, you know, why we're here. We're here to inspire. We're here to let high school students and college freshmen know this is what you go to college for. So, I just wanted you to send your message out to any high school student that's thinking about going to college, thinking about going away to college. What would you want to tell that person? That person was right here and wanted to ask you, what would you do?
I would say go. You have nothing to lose by going. If you go and you find out it's not for you, then fair enough, you tried. But it's a very special time in your life. It's a very special place to be. I would say go, and if you don't know what 18 is like young to know what you really want to be, exactly what you want to be, but pick something that's going to be a skill. I picked public relations and business management. I don't want to be someone's publicist. I never wanted to be. I need a publicist, and now my publicist can't mess up what they're doing because I know what their job is. So, you know, pick a skill. Get what you want out of it. I know one of the things that, like, everyone's always inspired me. I think Fresh was an entrepreneurship major, and, like, his ability to market his brand is beyond me. I think it's amazing. I think he's incredible at it, and I do think that he should credit that largely to being at Hampton University. I think it's important in shaping who you are and who you're going to be. And there's so much you could take out of it. There's so much you could take out of it. You don't have to decide to be a doctor day one. You know, it's a life experience that you cannot get anywhere else. It's so worth it. And the friends you'll make are lifelong, and the memories you'll have are lifelong.
And the last question for that high school senior, the college freshman. Your mom told you had to go to college. You know, you didn't want to go, so I'm sure there were times you felt like you didn't even need it. Let me get out of here. You wanted to drop out. What message do you have for that person that's thinking about, you know, dropping out? You know, they win it and now they want to go. They want to finish it.
You know, I never wanted to drop out from the day I showed up.
Good.
I showed up and I went to pre-college, and you know, even your first week freshman year, there's all of these activities, and for the first time not the first time in my life, because I was in Jack and Jill and all those organizations, but to show up and just see a bunch of black professionals, young professionals, people who are looking toward making their mark on this world. We had to wear suits and things that you don't have to do at a PWI, but oh my God, it's incredible to see the potential in that room. You're the person sitting next to you, you have no idea what they're going to be.
Right.
But we're part of this family, and they're going to be there for you. The second that you mention Hampton University, your neighbor is going to be there for you later down the line. And I would encourage people to think about that. Think about the bigger picture. Think about the long run. We have so many distinguished alumni. It's incredible to me that Ruth Carter's name is just now coming up. She's been doing her thing for so long, but it's Hampton University made its mark on Black Panther. It's it's gonna go in history as one of the most iconic black films.
Right.
You know, it's just take a beat and think about the bigger picture, because there is a bigger picture, and I really think that it's worth sticking it out. Find something that you love while you're there. Find something that fuels that fire, and you really only get that fire once in your life. I'm still riding that fire from Hampton. I really am. When I'm looking for inspiration, I really go back to those moments, and I'm like, why did I feel like I could just hit the ground running then, and now I feel like I'm stuck?
Right. Because
you really only get that fire one time in your life. And I really think that age, with those people, with those experiences, is where it happens.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much. And give a hug. Thank you very much. Yeah.